Hi, thank you everyone for joining me, sending my love out to each and every single one of you. So this video is about tinnitus, or ringing in the ears. I know lots of people are mentioning this at the moment and it's coming up. Well, the human frequency of the planet is changing, its whole frequency. So when you're on a flight, you can feel the energetic value of the pressure in your ears, and you'll kind of like feel it in there. So it makes no wonder that we are all feeling the frequency of the planet change as well. So anything we are feeling in the ears, you're feeling the frequency change. There's something changing. So this is what the ears are telling us. So if you're feeling kind of like just a pressure change in the ear, it's telling you a frequency has changed. Something is changing. So tinnitus or ringing in the ears. So there could be several reasons for tinnitus and ringing in the ears. So again, you can use a kinesiology, so you can test your truth, which one is relevant to you. So a yes is a really strong, the muscle will be really strong. A no, your finger will go straight through. So that's how to test your truth and what your body is, the message it is trying to give you. So there's several reasons for tinnitus and ringing in the ears. So one reason could be I feel sorrow when I'm irritated or feel hurt by things I have heard. So when we are listening to the maybe news reports at the moment, or somebody's telling us a story of sadness about losing a loved one, or things like that, the ears may start ringing because it's kind of like, I'm feeling sorrow about this. So there are other reasons as well. No one's listening to what I say. No one ever thanks or compliments me. Where nobody needs to thank or compliment you apart from you. You do it. Thank yourself every day in the morning for put your feet on the ground. Thank you for being here. Thank you for this life. Thank you for being me. Thank you for the light that I am. So nobody needs to thank you except you. Nobody needs to compliment you except you. So compliments can be as equal to somebody putting you down as well. So you don't need it. So stay on the neutrality. Only you needs to thank you. You don't need to get these things from anyone else. Nobody else has an impact by you on your energy. You are the creator, not the victim. So no one's listening to what I say. The ringing maybe in the ears. So this may be for you, it may not be. Again, you know, this is, take all judgment away from this as well when you are testing your inner truth. Do not judge yourself. There is no right or wrong, good or bad. You are just a being that is on a journey. So honour the plan, honour all of it. Don't beat yourself up, really don't. So no one is listening to what I say. So it may be the fact that you may be the obstinate one, that you're not wanting to hear something. So you are fearing, there is a fear. So there's always a fear behind every imbalance or every symptom. There is always a fear behind it, and the fear is taking you away from love. So your symptom is a beautiful symptom to give you the message that you're just coming away from love. Let's get you back to love. Let's get you back home. Let's get you back to you. Let's get you back to being the creative being that you are, not the victimhood. And there's nothing wrong with victimhood either. We've all been in it. We've all been there, and it just allows us to create something new. It allows us to create change. There's nothing wrong with being a victim. But you can choose where you want to be, victim or creator. You choose. So there's always a fear. So sometimes what you may be hearing, if there's a ringing in the ears, it may be just a little bit beyond your understanding. So sometimes if we are hearing a really hard story and somebody's having a trauma time or a really hard time, you may feel it's beyond your standing, but every journey that everyone is on, there is always love at the end of it. It's just that sometimes we are not in the understanding of it, that we can't see past the trauma to see the love and creation beyond it. So this is where it's kind of like letting us know that you may have a lack of love for the plan, for the divine plan. So there is a plan for all of us, and there is always love in the plan for every one of us. So even trauma, there is always love in trauma. There is always a learning and a teaching in traumas as well. So they are not necessarily bad things, but we do tend to hold a judgment on traumas, and people that are on a little bit of a rocky path will take that wound on board ourselves. So you'll know this because it'll come up in your skin. You'll start to get a rash, and your skin will crack, and your vitamin D, your ear. I'll go into that into another video. This is about ears. So the love of the plan and refusal to listen. So there's a fear about what you are listening to. I feel far away from others because I have a difficulty in communicating. So you feel your communication with yourself, your inner self, is a little bit rusty. And please don't beat yourself up for this, because we've been used to using the egoic guidance center to guide us for so long that our communication center with our inner voice is rusty, to say the least, and your ears are just letting you know that it's just a little bit rusty, and there's just a fear in what you are hearing, and a refusal to listen. A fear of death can be in this as well. So the brain will create noise as a distraction from the silence, which the silence is a notion of death. So again, you can kinesiology using, do I have a fear of death? So a yes will be a strong, your fingers, well, there'll be a strong pause. A no, your finger will pass, so there's no fear. So again, if you've got a ringing in the ears, just say, do I have a fear of death? And the silence is a notion of death. If it's coming back yes, then you can literally instruct your body, you can instruct your cells, you can instruct your conscious and subconsciousness, and you can just say, please release that fear of death. It's not serving me any longer. You'll have done it a few times before, you'll do it a few times again. So it's not going to serve you, that fear. You are an infinite being, and you'll experience it a few times, death. So it's just something that we do. So we don't need to fear it. So the brain will create this buzzing, this noise, this tinnitus in order to counteract that fear. You're an infinite being, so you will experience death a few times, but you'll just keep going. You keep coming back. Don't worry about it. Don't need to fear it. Your inner voice is saying, and your brain is saying. So one way that you can counteract the tinnitus is listen to some sounds of nature, or go out into nature and just listen to that bird song, listen to the waterfalls or a stream, listen to some animals. If you can find some videos or some soundtracks or anything like that of nature, stick it on, of rain, of crickets, of absolutely anything. Or some kind of celestial melodic kind of song can really help it as well. So of your choosing, any music of your choosing. So that really helps alleviate any fears that you have of death or of dying. So I'm told, so I'm guided to say. So give it a whirl. You're the inner authority. You try it. Even ask, will this help me? You can ask that. Also, some other things that you could do if you are experiencing tinnitus as well is yoga, relaxation, vitamin therapy as well. So again, I've got another video. Check your vitamins and minerals. They may be a little bit out too. So your vitamins will bring you back into a balance as well. So just check your vitamins and minerals. And this gets you ready for listening. to sounds that correspond with different planes of reality. So the tinnitus is a beautiful thing to remind us that we can listen to different planes of reality, but because we've been so long away from listening to different planes of reality, or we may have a fear of listening to different planes of reality, so we may have been ridiculed as well at some point, so we may have a fear of ridicule about listening to different planes of reality. So there may be some fears around that as well. So again, you can test it. Do I have a fear of ridicule? Do I have a fear of ridicule around listening to different fields of reality? So the tinnitus is just getting you ready. It's getting you ready to be ready for listening to that inner voice. It's getting you ready to be listening to other dimension, other planes of existence and reality. So tinnitus is something quite beautiful. It's opening your esoteric ears up. So welcoming the tinnitus. Thank you for it. You're getting me ready to be ready. Take those therapies, take that time for yourself in preparation for hearing many beautiful things and your inner voice and your inner guidance center. So switching from the ego to switching to your inner voice, so you are getting ready to hear it. So I hope this helps, and open your ears to hear everything, to hear sounds of love, to hear sounds of everything in its entirety. So open up those beautiful esoteric ears, which are situated 2 or 3 inches just below your normal ears. So you can even ask, are my esoteric ears open? You know, you can ask all these questions. So I hope that helps to bring some clarity to this, and I will leave my love with you, and I will enjoy seeing you next time. Love you all. Big respect out there to all of you for being here right now. Your vibration, your beautiful, unique vibration is so needed within this puzzle right now, this jigsaw puzzle. So I honour every single one of your vibrations and journeys. So love to you all. Bye bye.